From world events to Washington and New York City, here's your concise world update for Monday, January 26th. More than 36,500 Iranians were killed by security forces during a nationwide crackdown on protests. U.S. officials are also reviewing intelligence related to the crackdown to collect and verify evidence and to compile a list of Iranian officials believed to have ordered or carried out the violence. China's most senior general is under investigation over allegations that he leaked sensitive information about the country's nuclear weapons program to the United States and accepted bribes in exchange for official acts. Hours after a 4-day truce between Syria's government and Kurdish-led fighters expired on Saturday, Syria's defense ministry announced the ceasefire had been extended for an additional 15 days. Iraq's Shiite political alliance had chosen former Prime Minister Nouri al-Maliki as its nominee to form the next government. The head of the U.S. Border Patrol declined to answer key questions about the second fatal shooting in Minneapolis, including how many shots were fired and whether Preddy brandished a weapon. A massive winter storm spread damaging ice, snow, and record cold across the mid-Atlantic and the South, knocking out power to more than 1 million customers and causing widespread travel disruptions that could take days to resolve. A federal judge has blocked the Trump administration from terminating the legal status of more than 8,400 family members of U.S. citizens and green card holders who entered the United States from 7 Latin American countries. A man convicted of killing a grocery store owner during a robbery is scheduled to be executed by lethal injection on February 24 at Florida State Prison. Senate Republican leaders plan to reject Democratic demands to strip Department of Homeland Security funding out of a broader government spending bill and instead push to pass the full package needed to avert a partial government shutdown this week. A federal judge spent 3 hours on Friday hearing arguments about whether the Trump administration is illegally running the New Jersey U.S. Attorney's Office. Former New York Congressman Chris Collins announced that he is running for Congress in Florida's 19th district, joining a crowded Republican primary for the open, heavily Republican seat. President Donald Trump said Sunday that it was too late to stop construction of a new ballroom at the White House, dismissing a lawsuit filed last week challenging the project. After record snowfall, New York City and the tri-state area digging out from the heaviest snowfall in years as the work week begins. Temperatures are expected to stay below freezing until at least February 3. 7 people were reported dead in New York City over the weekend as freezing temperatures and snowfall gripped the region. Judge dismisses case against real estate developer accused of bribing a former New York City buildings commissioner during the administration of Mayor Eric Adams. A gas explosion tore through the upper floors of a high-rise apartment building in New York City early Saturday, killing 1 person and injuring 14 others. A majority of Jewish educators in the United States say they have witnessed or personally experienced anti-Semitism in their schools. A week that opened with renewed fears of a transatlantic trade war ended much where it began, with U.S. stocks finishing little changed. Gold is now closing in on $5,000 an ounce, as gold surged earlier this year as Trump's tariff barrage helped push the dollar toward its worst first half in 50 years. From the Middle East to Wall Street, you're up to date.